iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting, iDiskiTimes.co.za. A famous celebration by Tso Vilakazi, number 15. Tso Vilakazi, this generation's number 15. Ndlondlo scoring and hitting the celebration. Please hit the celebration, sir.
Yeah, no.
So and so.
I think you call. Yeah. I'm going to say when I'm 42. I'm going to say Justice. I'm going to say Drake. I'm going to say Junior. I'm going to say Nemakai. I'm going to support Njalo la iDiskiTV. So better job Njalo check food.
That was a beautiful moment because he has your number.
Yeah.
Number 15. He scores a very beautiful long range, and he does your celebration as well. And they were speculating whether he's shorter or taller than you. I'm sure you feel proud about that moment.
Yeah, Mr. Nke, we know it's nice when you see such things, and
it's a great tribute to you. So.
Yeah, man. You know, Mr. Nke, one thing is that I also love the boy, and from Go Marumo Kalans, I've been talking about the boy with man. Wayang Atlale, one of the big teams, and depends he plays for Pirates, and they gave him number 15, and I'm proud of the boy. I was not happy when the game started because of long ball and that's not him. Why is he doing that? So like I said, we have time. We have to swell. Hey man, and yeah man, look at him, and there's I always believe me now. When you continue to do the right thing, the rest, it will just gonna come closer to you. Yeah. And look at the goal, and boy, thank you very much, and I wish you all the best in the league and going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a thank you. That was a great tribute because Junior, myself, and so were in the studio, and the rest of the guys as well. And when he hit that celebration, we knew what it meant. Even the commentators know this is a tribute to only one person, and that one person is Orlando Pirates' highest ever goal scorer in the PSL era, over 50 goals for Orlando Pirates, and that's Tso Vilakazi. No matter who we are here on the internet, we disagree, we critique players, you don't like it. No matter who we are here on the internet, you will never be able to erase the history that he's created for Orlando Pirates. But you will never ever erase what he has done for Orlando Pirates. You will never be able to erase what Tso has done with Orlando Pirates. Ever, for life and forever. You will never be able to erase it. Until another player comes and plays for Orlando Pirates and do the same thing that Tso has ever done, you will never, disrespectful, you will never, ever in the world, you will never, ever erase what he's done to Orlando Pirates. And you will never do it. You will never ever do it. You can try. You'll never do it. And guess what? To show Uguti was more important, the players themselves. He scores a goal, beautiful goal, long range goal, and he does a tribute to him to show that he was watching him, he modeled his play on him. Whatever you can say on the internet, you will never ever, I cannot stress that even further. You will never ever erase what he's done. I've watched him when I was a 10-year-old kid. He was already 20, and I watched him play for Orlando Pirates. You will never ever erase what he did for Orlando Pirates. Let's have a look at the game, with all the emotions running. Stellenbosch had no chance today. With the kind of players that they have, they had no chance today. But Orlando Pirates, it was their responsibility to go to bafike lana, badlale, and be professional, and that's what they did. They scored a lot of goals. Good goal by Kemit Rasmus, decent performance by Muna Pulasaleng, beautiful goal by Ndlondlo as well.
Mr. Nke, I think I just said it before we started to go in football. Unfortunately, in football, when the man is down, you kick him. Yeah. Because if you can find a space to breathe, you don't know who to Zobuya are stronger than you, and that's what Paris they did to good. They so good. No, look, these guys they are down. Let's kick them. They are down, and look at the goals. I mean, Rasmus. We always talk about Rasmus with his quality, and Mina, especially I was always worried. It depends on Rasmus, because if they use the width and they want to put those crosses, they're not going to get the best Rasmus. But you know, today, if they can continue to do what Usaling did, he was on the right, but he managed to play it right down for him so that he can have a good control and, you know, look at that touch. We always see this overseas when Masbugela, Abola Liga, Premiership, Oguti, touch banjan and the finish. But Rasmus always does it, you know. He did it also against the Chiefs, who were empty 8. And the boy in Ndlondlo, you know, I was so emotional now that you know, I love the boy, and when he scored a goal and then he does that celebration, I don't know what to say. And
yeah, in many ways. So just keeping to the match, in many ways, if Miguel team was fit, then Orlando Pirates were probably going to be safe and play Munare and Miguel team like they have been doing. It was a blessing in disguise that they were forced through an injury, hard luck to Miguel team, but through this injury that they could only just play one defensive midfielder, Munara, even though it was not really that defensive because he could go to the channels, on the wide channels, and go and be a supportive player. They needed that injury to be able to play one defensive midfield and Ndlondlo as a central attacking midfielder or a central midfielder.
Yeah, Mr. Q, because we always complain and cry about that. But why Pirates can't they play one defensive midfielder? We always say this every time to say, let them try one defensive midfielder and have two in front of that defensive midfield. And then let's see what is that they can do. Yes, we can say whatever about Stellenbosch. We know those boys are young, they couldn't match them, blah, blah, blah. With that one defensive midfielder, there was no threat and whatsoever. But the good thing is that with one defensive midfielder, they've managed to score how many goals? So, you know, there's positive things in there to go to the way one defensive midfielder, but the two attacking, they were creating chances, and one of them scored a goal, and a beautiful goal. So I think if really the Pirates they can see what they did today, let's not look at Utu team because of injury or suspension, but let's look at how the team played. With one defensive midfield. If they have to work, but let them fight for that position. Why not? Why are we making them to be comfortable? As a team would know, if I'm fit or suspension, I'm just going to walk in. No. He needs to work. Let's have one defensive midfielder, and then let's have these two, and then let's see going forward. Can we get more? Goals in other games, because I think by having these two, it means you're going to have 5 players that are attacking. So it will give you an edge.
Just a final word on Stellenbosch. So from number 4, currently number 14, there's been such a great change in that team. Eshe Dupree left, Stanley Dingba left, Robin Johannes retired from football. Alan Robertson left that club. Mohamed de Goede left as well. Mark van Heerden left back. Kwinika as well left. Like 7 starting players that were playing. Today they didn't even have Junior Mendieta as well through suspension. You always teach me about recession. You call it a recession. You're on the rise. So your peak was being number 4 in the league, which was a good achievement for them. Now you are receding. The performance is going down, you're declining. Naturally, now they are at the bottom of that cycle. What do they do next? Do they trust in these MTC players whilst risking, because number 14 is very risky. It's 15 and 16 relegation zone. How do they make sure go to buy balances? Abatole Andre de Jong from Royal AM as well. So how do they get out of this mess that they're in now?
You know, Mr. Q, I don't know whether the Babena plan Okuti this season, this is what is going to happen. Because I believe a good team, they were shocked about the move of those players. That's why they had to get these boys quick. Because you can see these boys a good team. In terms of playing, how we move and how we support each other. You could see, players that understand. And you could see good, oh no, but he knows. But now these boys, you could see good, man, they just came this season. And now, you can take a risk, Mr. Nkeo, but you must be aware.
Number 4.
Yeah,
Number
Gakul.
14, that's a huge drop.
Gakul Musekeo, because from number 4, yes, they lost players. That's why I don't know whether they knew they're going to lose those players. Because if they knew, they were supposed to plan from last season. But unfortunately, I think they didn't knew they're going to lose these players. So they were caught off guard, and now they had to put these young boys from MTC Babafagela. And now these boys, some of them, they're still shaking, some they're still trying. But, they just have to, just pray they mustn't fight for relegation. Other than that, they're in trouble.
Yeah, they are in trouble. They are number 14 at the moment. All we need to see, all that needs to happen is if Marumo Gallants pick up their Sogs and someone else who's in their Swallows, anyone who's in that vicinity, pick up. We're already seeing Ufadlu at Maritzburg United that he quickly just picked things up. He won 3 matches in a row, so he's leaving all of them who are at the bottom. He's earned 9 points in the last 3 weeks, so he's literally opening up that gap. So all that needs to happen for Stellenbosch to be sucked in there is for Marumo Gallants, Tentens Malisela to just pick up points, 3, 4, 5 points, 6 points in the next few weeks, and all of a sudden they are already dropping and sucked in there. Well done to Orlando Pirates, good performance. Of course, you will find every season that out of the 16 or 15 other teams, there will be 3 or 4 teams that should be extremely weak for you. Today we saw that. Well done. When you face them, you score goals against them. iDiskiTV, iDiski Times, World Sports Betting. Thank you for watching us.